Now I'll be talking on the preventions and treatment of rape. Rape can be prevented in so many ways. One of the ways in which you can prevent rape as a female is that don't walk through all these kind of shortcuts of a thing. Try as much as possible to walk in group and don't take shortcuts to your house. Try as much as possible, be in group with your people, walk along with your friends. So if people see you in group, it will be hard for them to approach you and try to force you into a car or take you somewhere or something. Another thing, there is a try as much as possible to limit the way you move closer to strangers when talking to them. Not to they move close to strangers if they follow them in the yard. You gotta leave distance small. Don't move to them too much. Just try as much as possible distance yourself from stranger when talking to them. And if you just meet someone after giving that person your number, try as much as possible to know that person very well. I'm not saying that those that you know won't eventually be able to perpetrate an act of trying to rape you, but at least just try to know the person you're dealing with. By knowing that person, that is going to do you a very big good, and try as much as possible not to be wearing provocative dresses, because some people, they cannot control their sexual urges. So if they can't control their without seeing you wearing this kind of provocative dresses, this can actually trigger that person to be able to carry out that kind of act on you. Another thing is movement. Movement everywhere. We have a lot of movement. We have the Me Too movement and etc. like that. Movement should stop people from trying to rape victims. Because so far they are in the movement that rapists are bad, this and that. They have been giving them names in the story. Movements like that give rapists name. They can actually be calling person, maybe they call person thief, maybe come they dance with good picking. That one not definitely possible. So that movement can help prevent this rape case of a thing, a long way. So movement should be encouraged. And another thing, and let me now go to the treatment aspect of a thing. Rape victims, they should try as much as possible, they should go for examination before taking their baits. During the examination period, the rape kit is going to be used to take samples, the semen of the person that raped them, and the hair sample, the clothes fiber, all other things that will be necessary for forensic analysis, and that will allow them to be able to get the perpetrator of this devilish act. So, and they should as much as possible, they should seek first aid attention too. After they've been examined, then they can now seek first aid attention, so that they are gonna be able to treat the minor injury that they sustained during that period of forcing them to rape. Another thing is that the laws that is guiding the rape of a thing. I said about the law that is concerning the punishment for it, the section 358 and 359 of the criminal code, also which prescribe life imprisonment for rape and 14 imprisonment for attempted rape. This law, it should be used to the fullest. We've seen a lot of cases that this law is not freely used. This law should be freely used. If this law is freely used, then people know that if I'm about to do this, let me be ready to face the wrath of the law. That kind of person won't be able to do that. The person no fit try don't know say if you try this thing, you don't enter the game with that person won't really try. So, and other agencies to they try as much as possible, other governmental agencies, they try as much as possible, they should provide necessary facilities for hospital, so that they will be able to carry out this forensic analysis of everything, so that most hospitals are going to have rape kits, because some hospitals, they are complaining that they don't have rape kits. So when there is no rape kit, it's going to be hard for the investigation of rape to be completed. So once they have rape kits, it's going to be very, very easy for them to carry out the forensic analysis and take the samples from the rape scenes, so that they will be able to investigate the person that perpetrated the devilish act. And let me also talk on society, mosque, society, church. This kind of organization that can help curb this spread of this rape of a thing. Every mosque and every church, they show as much as possible they should preach against rape. If they start preaching against rape, at least people are going to see these people they are very influential people in society. They are people that are well looked up to. So once they start preaching about rape, at least that thing will talk senses to some people that they should not do this rape. And more that they should also try as much as possible, they should bring their kids in a very good way. If you have a male child, tell the male child raping someone is bad. If you have a female child, also tell the female child raping a raping, if you have a male child, tell the male child raping a female body, female child is bad. And if you have a female child, to tell her not to rape a male child. May no tram, even tram. Now all of it. Just turn around on, don't change that. This is the show you've always loved and you always keep loving this show. And let me quickly talk on other aspects that we can also use to tackle this rape issue of a thing. That is, just try as much as possible that any person you see that is raped, don't try to stigmatize that person. Stigmatization is a very bad something. Don't stigmatize that person. Let that person know that that is not the end of the world. Let that person know that that person can rise again. Even though if it is possible, you can even report on behalf of that person. Most of every team, they don't want to talk. They want to stay back and they don't want to talk there because of the dangers of what can happen to them. So they don't want to talk. Be their voices. And this rape victim, they also need counseling. This is one of the treatment of rape. Counsel them, take them to the counselor, counsel them so that they won't commit suicide, so that they are going to talk some motivational words into their head, so that they are going to encourage them, so that they are going to give them that self-esteem that they've lost through that process. Anything you feel about this video, you can feel free to get into your comment section. We are always open to you. Feel free to get into the comment section, and we love to hear from you. And it's so wonderful being on the show today. And it's so wonderful having beautiful people like this on the show. I beg you, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I beg you, click the notification button. I beg you, subscribe. I beg you, notification button. And do want to follow me on all my social media platforms. My username on Twitter is B_Random. My username on Instagram too is B_. And for the Brave browser user, tip me using the Brave browser. If you're watching this video through the Brave, just by your right hand top corner, click tip content creator, and before clicking tip content creator, you have to authorize content. You after authorizing content creator, then you can now click tip content creator. After tipping content creator, you can specify the number of VAT you want to sell, and you want to send, to say, and be the first to watch my show next time, same hour. And it's so wonderful to have you once again. Bye bye. Assisting a mom, assisting her education, agony, male gender, themselves taking their lives.